This is the Nathan, Nat and Sean podcast.
Hi, everybody.
Good morning.
On the show today, we caught up with comedian Nath Valvo, and Sean had a bit of a boomer moment.
Oh, that was full on, that one.
Pregnancy cravings can get weird, or combinations of food. But what about angles of cheese? We're going to be discussing that with Ali.
Hey, Dan from Street X comes in here. We hadn't met him before. It was a great chat.
He's way too cool for us, it's safe to say. Plus, is it okay to work from a cafe? We get a few opinions about this.
These are people taking the piss, and the answer's no.
Nathan, Nat and Sean. This is what I came for. Yeah. Puffs Nova 937. Keep on giving me all you got.
It's 356, Nathan and Sean. Morning, everybody. I decided to come to
Morning.
work today.
Oh, well done, Nat.
Thank
Well done.
you.
Good on you.
Bad decision.
What day is it? I don't know.
We just saw some guy on the TV. He's a reporter, and Natalie and I are big-headed people.
Yes, we are.
Yeah.
But you
headed-
can't see where the size really is
Yeah.
on any part. It's just
It's a
bigger
big
in
all
general.
over, yes.
We just saw a guy with a normal sized face and a massive
Cone head.
Bowl. It's not a cone. It's
no,
a bowl.
Sean,
It's
you
bowl.
gave us what he
Yeah,
looked like.
Megamind.
Megamind.
He's definitely Megamind.
We just saw a real. There he is again.
Yeah,
His name's Cody. What's his last name? Harry. I watch him. He's the guru on Fox Sports when it comes to rugby league and boxing.
Oh, okay.
Cody Kay?
Cody Kay.
He's a good-looking bloke. He's just got a Megamind top of his head. He must be the smartest man in the world.
His head is the shape of a light bulb.
Oh, 100% that.
It's
I
amazing.
imagine he'd been ridiculed for a long time, but he's held his...
I don't want to ridicule him. I just think, I always, when I see someone with a big head like me, I just think, what do you do for hats?
Yes.
I really do, because
And he
people
doesn't have any hair, so he needs a hat in the cold.
wear a hat.
A
I've got to
beanie,
remind
perhaps?
myself.
You gotta understand-
No, one of those ones that you expect a jockey to wear.
Oh, like a cap, like a flat cap.
You know when you go to a party store and they're one size fits all?
Expect a jockey to wear.
The one size fits all, they don't fit all.
No, they
And
do
when
not.
they say that one size fits all and it doesn't fit you, you feel so excluded.
Yes.
You feel like
Nathan.
something's wrong with you.
And it's worse for
Big-headed
women
people.
because they're
Oh,
even
Natalie,
smaller.
I couldn't
know.
even.
Yeah, it's hard to find a hat that fits. Like
You got to think about your mums.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
I mean, that's the
She
hardest.
had to
Think
be-
about
Yeah,
that.
my head was this size when I came out of mum.
Safe to say our heads have grown a bit.
Yeah, no, I get it, but they wouldn't have been just bloody, you know.
Oh, you know,
Luckily-
I,
Give it average.
no, I did cartwheels out of mum.
Yeah, luckily I was third in line.
Oh, yeah, you too.
Yeah.
Couple of looseners before you came out now.
I drove a car out.
Okay.
It's the Nathan, Nat and Sean podcast.
Ali, don't take this as an insult. You're having a really hot girl pregnancy. She gets
You
insulted
look
by
lovely this
compliments.
morning.
Oh, that's really nice.
Yeah, you are. And the second question, when you read things like donuts, does that get your cravings started? What are you craving now? Where are we
Okay,
at
well,
now?
you obviously know I can't eat anything.
Yes, I know.
Because
Yeah.
I've got this condition, gestational diabetes. But my latest craving is sliced cheese. So, like a sliced cheese from a big block, and it has to be like almost.
So
like
not Kraft singles you're
no,
talking
no.
about.
Oh my god, no! It
No.
needs to be like authentically sliced, like on a bias. So there's one end has like a little thin bit. I love the little thin bit. Oh, and then I love the thick bit at the bottom. You know what I mean?
Oh, we all love the thick bit
We
at the
all do,
bottom.
eh?
Anyway, small pleasure.
So wait there, can I just say, okay, so you're telling me that you can taste the difference of the little thin bit?
Yes. Oh my god, it just makes it so much more like treaty. You know, I don't want a thick piece of cheese all the way around. It's like so much chewing.
you're not an
on it.
animal.
chewing.
No,
It's not that
you know.
Hey, how many people right now, if you're listening and you during your pregnancy had a specific craving, not just like
Yes,
cheese.
Don't say pickles.
Amy, you know, so
way it's sliced.
Ali needs hers to be cut in the bias.
Yes.
Amy, did you have any?
Oh,
You just ate hummus and stuff. Oh,
not
she
really.
was
I
like
think
carrot
I
sticks.
became a sweet tooth, so like just lollies.
but nothing specific
But nothing
like.
all the
specific
things
like
Ellie
that.
can't
That's
eat.
awesome. I love
Thanks
that.
for bringing it
Why
up.
would you wait? I know it's a craving at the moment, but how do you waste your life with blocks of cheese?
What do you mean?
We're in a world where we get grated cheese and we can get
Well,
sliced
You
cheese.
know,
Why would you waste
she's
your
being
life?
controlled by the baby. This isn't
Oh, no,
her.
no, no. I totally
Actually,
get
do you
the
know that they
craving.
put stuff on grated cheese
They
to
do,
stop it from
to
congealing?
stabilise
So
it.
it's not. If you look at the ingredients on pre-grated cheese, there's added
She's
things
right.
to it. So that I'm a pioneer woman now grating my own cheese. I really have been taken back to the day.
She's working on the land.
Lives in a log cabin.
If anyone's listening right now that
She's
had
going to have another 10 babies, you know.
if anyone's listening right now that had a real specific craving, like
Yeah.
Ali needs the cheese cut on the bias.
Thin at the top, thick at the bottom.
Yeah,
As
let us
they
know
say.
13 24 10. Or is Ali just mental?
I mean, it doesn't have to be either or. True, both can exist. So Ellie just told us that she's with child. We know that, right?
Yes,
Heavily
yes,
with
yes.
child now. And
The child's going to be the future of the world, I think.
her craving,
Saviour.
she can't have anything sweet because of gestational diabetes. So she likes basically a thin wedge of cheese. It
Yeah.
has to be freshly sliced
On the
from the
bias.
block, on the bias, and where it is very thin at the top and thicker at the bottom.
I've heard
specific.
of pregnancy things, but I've never heard of such specific. Oh, I can't say that word.
Specificity?
Right there. What?
You can't say that.
Specificity.
Specificity.
Nope.
Specificity.
Close.
Specific.
Schnitzel.
Particular.
Specificity.
Yes.
Specificity.
Yeah, you got it the 18th time.
Harry, cut all that out. Specificity.
Sarah's in Rockingham.
Still
Hello.
sounds wrong.
Good morning.
Hi, Sarah. So you have been through the pregnancy craving thing?
A lot of times, actually.
Oh, okay.
How many
did you bang out?
times?
Yeah, how many, Sarah?
5.
Well done. My mum
Sweetheart.
had 5.
And
Fair effort.
Yeah, it's a good number.
Yeah.
Good number.
So, okay, Ellie needs cheese cut off the block on the bias. and the yummiest part is the thin bit.
although she does enjoy the thick bit, but
Oh, she
she
loves
doesn't
the
want
thick
the
bit.
whole thick bit. You know what I mean?
What do you got for us?
When I was pregnant with my daughter, I had a craving for Cheezels and Ribena,
Together.
but together they had to be at exactly the same time. And I had to have one Cheezel, one sip of Ribena. I couldn't have 2 Cheezels.
So
all
you'd
about
have a
balance.
cheesel and then a Ribena, like, you know.
Sip.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then a cheesel. And
Yeah.
so the Ribena and the cheesel would meet in your mouth.
Exactly. But it only could be one Cheezel and it could only be
Be
one
one
sip
sip.
of Ribena.
That's
I
very...
couldn't double
So
up.
a cheesel and a
very
Ribena
specific.
chaser.
Yeah.
I love it,
So
Sarah.
what was it? Was it the... Okay, so a cheesel is salty
And cheesy.
and cheesy, and the Ribena is...
Ribena.
Ribena.
Blackberry. Is it blackberry? Is that what it is? What sort of
yeah,
berries are
blackberry.
they?
Yeah, yeah,
Ribena
yeah.
berries. I don't know.
Yep.
Oh, what
Yep.
are those babies
They're full of
doing
sugar.
to you?
It's full of
Poor
sugar.
ladies.
No. Extraordinary.
It's insane.
Thanks,
It's nice,
Sarah. Rowie, hello.
Hi.
Hey,
Hi,
Robbie.
Rowie.
Okay, now did you have a specific craving?
Yes, mine was olives. I'd never eaten an olive in my life. And then I had one olive at a barbecue, and then I just demolished the bowl and the jar that they had. I just couldn't stop eating them. I loved them.
Okay, so did that then open your door to a love of olives after the baby?
Yeah. Absolutely. I now absolutely love olives.
But then is it
Babies
the
are-
soury type of stuff that you can suck on?
What is it?
Hey?
You know, you get that quite sour at times. You know, you get a bit...
I've always got to have a calamari. I love a calamari, but I think it was because I needed the salt, because I used to get the worst bed cramps. Like,
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
right.
Yep.
Yeah.
Hey,
Because they're blind.
Think
Yeah.
about it. What are babies doing in there?
I know.
Like, I feel like a baby's just in there just pressing buttons.
I know.
Pressing buttons, changing things, and like it doesn't ask you. And,
the
then next minute
baby's
you
never
love
had an
olives.
olive. So how does it know it
Oh,
wants
because
one?
it doesn't know. It's in there. It doesn't know. It's just pressing things. Like, what does this do?
Yeah.
And it's like, oh, suddenly Mum loves olives.
And then it comes out and doesn't want to eat any of those things. What's
I
up with
know.
that? It's bizarre.
Oh, God, they're high maintenance
guys.
babies.
Nathan, Nat, and Sean podcast.
Win a day out with Nat and West Coast Fever on Sunday, June 16, when they take on the New South Wales Swifts at RAC Arena.
Yeah, and you could be courtside with me. Courtside. Food and drinks included.
Yeah.
Do you get loose, Nat? Do you get loose at the Fever
Sean,
box?
That's if the Fever 5 doesn't get you. I tell ya, this is going to be good, Nat.
All right, Josh is from Guildford. He is first cab off the rank. Good morning, Josh.
Oh, how you going?
Hey,
Josh.
Josh.
Josh, have you been up for a little while?
I've actually just finished night shift, so I'm a bit doughy at the moment.
Oh,
Okay.
what do you do, Josh?
I work at BHP.
Yeah, righto.
Proper work.
Yeah, proper work, exactly.
What's that like?
Imagine. Josh, we're going to give you 5 seconds and a category, okay?
Yeah.
You have to list 5 things that fit that category before the timer goes off to win.
The best thing to do, Josh, is to just surrender to the moment
Yeah.
and let your mouth say the things it wants to say. Because when your brain gets attached, sometimes
really
that can be
good
a
point,
real
mate.
stumbling block.
Well done. That's a great point.
Yeah. Josh, are you ready?
Thanks, guys. Sure.
Okay, Sean's going to give you your category and then your 5 seconds will commence.
Josh, we need to hear 5 appropriate names you would give a new planet. Go.
Roundy, hot one, gassy, lumpy.
Josh, you're on the verge.
Plumpy.
Plumpy.
I'm going to go live on the new planet Plumpy.
Planet Plumpy. The far
Nothing's the wrong
reaches of
answer.
our solar
Plumpings. Don't be
system.
plumpings.
Josh, you did very well, but you only got 4, I'm afraid, my friends.
Oh, but you know what?
But you gave it a
Good
red hot
start,
crack.
Josh.
Bless you.
Tip my hat to the Plumpy.
Yes.
Brittany, hello.
Good morning.
Hey, Brett.
Hey, Brett. All right, same deal. We'll give you a different category and 5 seconds to give us 5 things that fit that category. You ready?
Okay.
All right. Nathan?
All right. Now, 5 things a single person won't be doing on Valentine's Day. Go.
Going on a date, eating for 2, sharing ice cream, Lady and the Tramp spaghetti.
Lady in the
Brett.
Tramp spaghetti.
Too long to get out.
Can I just say that was an amazing thought?
Attempt. I know. That's right. They were really
I
good
was-
answers, but there were only
Brittany,
4 of them.
just quickly, are you single?
Hey, Brett, hello?
Are you
single?
No, I'm married.
Yeah,
Oh, wow.
really rubbing
She's thought
in her
about it,
face.
though, hasn't she? They were good
Thanks,
answers.
Brett. Sorry, no.
You just yelled at crying.
No, it's what they won't be doing.
Oh,
though.
you won't.
Yeah, yeah. Lara, hello.
Well, good morning.
Hey, Lara.
Lara, we've got a new category for you and another 5 seconds. We've had, good attempts so far. The 5 seconds goes quick, though, so blurt those answers out. Are you ready?
Yes.
Lara, your category is things you'd never lick in front of your parents. Go.
Oh, a foot, a hand, a lamppost, a car.
Once again.
You wouldn't lick a car
Why are
in
you
front
so
of your
ashamed to be
parents.
on your hands and knees licking a car in front of your parents?
You don't know how
they'd be proud
conservative
of it. They'd be
Lara's
proud of it.
parents are. That was only 4, Lara.
Thanks
I
anyway.
know.
Thanks,
Good
babe.
attempt.
All right, next up is Maria from Eden Hill. Hi, Maria.
Good morning.
Hi.
Morning, Maria.
All right.
Maria.
We've done so well this morning. I think
I know.
yesterday not many people got to 4, Nath.
But we've had 4, so like
I
3
think
solid
we've
attempts.
have.
that
found
got
this
to 4.
competition sweet spot.
Yeah.
It's the morning people.
Yes.
Yeah, they're switched on.
Early morning people. Maria, we've got a new category for you. Listen closely.
Here it is, Maria. Objects that would be a cool name for a baby. Go.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, don't worry about it.
That was a tough one. But you need to just say objects.
Blender. What a great name for a boy. Blender. Do you think?
Oh, sorry, Maria. Good attempt.
Yeah.
Was it? Sarah's in 2 Rocks. Hello.
Hi, how are you going?
Great,
Hey,
Sarah.
Sarah.
There's still a chance to swoop in. All right.
Are you ready?
Yeah.
All right, we'd like 5 activities where you'd want to wash your hands straight afterwards. Go.
Hugging, kissing, tagging, chasing, running.
I
Amy.
don't know.
Wash your hands after
Amy,
kissing?
Amy.
Or hugging.
I just.
Or hugging?
No.
Do that. She said 5 things. Did they fit the category, Amy?
If you said hugging poo, then yes.
I work with kids, so you have to cling on.
I know, but we don't know.
no.
We can only go by the answer, Amy.
Amy said no.
Amy
Sorry,
said
Sarah.
no. Amy said no.
No
Sarah.
deal. No deal. Thank you for playing.
I know. I'm really worried about who you're hugging.
Do you wash your hands after kissing?
Jade's in Swanview. Yeah.
People put their fingers in there, man. Sexy.
You are being sexy then.
was.
Stop doing
been
it.
a
Stop
while,
looking my way.
hasn't
Turning you.
Jade, hello. Jade?
Hey, Jade.
Hi, Jade. Okay, we've got a new category for you, Jade. You've got 5 seconds to give us 5 things that fit it. Here we go, Jade, your category. We're looking for 5 things a librarian would own. Go.
Oh, glasses, pretty dresses, shoes.
Pretty dresses. Because every librarian I've been in is in
Yeah.
a fashion show.
Famously.
It's like the Met Gala.
You got the books and glasses well.
Glasses. I mean, a cardigan.
Pretty
I would have
dresses.
thought.
Yes.
Cardigan. Librarians are given cardigans. They're issued them.
Thanks for playing, Jade. Matthew's in Rockingham. G'day, Matt.
Good morning, guys.
Hey,
Hey,
All
Matt.
right, Matt, we're just trying to get 5 things that fit a category.
I think Matt can
to
do
be a
this
winner
one.
to join me at the netball in courtside box seats.
All right, Matthew, here we go. Your category. Give us 5 things that are designed to be stacked on top of each other.
Go.
Crates, boxes, pallets.
Well, that's 3 pallets.
Crates, boxes, and pallets. All
Chairs,
correct.
plates,
Tupperware.
glasses.
Oh, so many things.
sorry,
Matthew.
Matty.
So many things.
Carmelo, hello.
Hey, guys, how are you?
Hey,
Hey,
Carmelo.
Carmelo. All right,
Okay.
Carmelo.
You can do it, man.
You can do this. Carmelo, your category. We need 5 reasons you give your partner why you should buy a boat. Go.
Fishing, camping, touring, and travelling.
That's 4.
You did your and too early.
The end doesn't
That
count.
was 4 good reasons. Unfortunately, Carmelo, we needed 5.
Oh, scurfing.
Yeah. 13 24 10.
Wait,
13 24 10. We're
Do you
still
want to
taking
play?
callers.
Yeah, we are. Ed, hello.
Hey, how are you?
Hey, good.
Good, Ed.
buddy.
Good,
All
Ed.
right.
Ed, how do you feel you're going to go, mate?
Oh, terrible.
Yeah, I know.
That's the spirit.
It's one of those things that you think of them after the fact, but
Yeah.
the
Oh, yeah,
time
great in
pressure is
hindsight.
real.
Yeah.
I should have thought of that.
All right,
Okay.
Ed, are you ready?
Yeah.
We would like 5 things that are really long. Go.
Snake, turtle, tiger, lion, bear.
How long are the lines you're saying?
How long
Yeah,
is it?
I
How
know.
long's a
Are they
turtle?
notoriously known? Is a bear known as being long?
Oh, will you Google long turtle?
I mean, giraffe's neck, yes. A long turtle.
Yeah, a long turtle. A turtle's neck.
Turtle.
Yeah.
Got long necks.
Look, you looked into animals and you're right with the snake, and then you just went,
You slid
down
it
a
off.
different road
You
on the
slid-
safari.
Oh, we can't play that, can
can't
we?
play that.
No.
No,
All
we're
right,
not
bye,
playing
Ed. Thank you for playing.
See you, buddy.
Chris is in Bicton. Hello.
Oh, hi, how you going?
Hey, good
We're
Chris.
just trying to find people to come to the netball with me in courtside box
and drinks,
seats.
Nat?
Food and drink, Chris. Could it be you, do you think?
My daughter Lily is with me in the car, and she stopped me in because she's not 18, so I've got to do the answering
Oh,
on this.
okay.
Ah,
All right,
sucked
Chris.
in.
There's a lot riding on this. Okay, Nathan has a category for you. You will have 5 seconds to give us 5 things that fit that category.
All right, Chris, here we go. We need 5 things that you can win. Go.
Cash, gold, diamond, ticket, women.
Women.
Can you win women?
You can win a woman over.
You can win her over. That's true.
You can win a woman over. You can win diamonds. You
you
can
can.
win all that stuff. You're a winner!
Chris, you can win this contest, Chris. Your daughter is finally going to approve of you. You've won 2 seats in My Box to watch West Coast Fever take on the Swifts next Sunday, Chris. We will see you there.
Awesome, that, thanks.
Nathan, Nat, and Sean podcast.
Headed our way, comedian Nath Valvo will be here this Friday with his solo show Anyway Back to Me at the Oasis Comedy Club, and then he's going to be doing a couple of gigs around town Friday night and Saturday night as well. Tickets from megatix.com.au. But he joins us now
Hi, Nath.
by
Hi, Nath.
Zoom.
Now,
Good
let's talk
morning,
about
Perth.
Let's talk about what happened. So, Sean McManus is interesting. Just beforehand, he said to me, "You know what? The only thing I've ever bought online is still those pair of shoes." So he's not really technically in the world, but you're sitting there. You've got a Zoom picture of the background of a beautiful beach destination.
Palm tree.
Yeah,
Sean's
yeah.
walked in and
I
said,
just walked in, I saw the beach and the palm tree, the wind going through the palm tree, and I thought, man, he's coming to Perth. He'd want to get a rig along. Looks like he's in Fiji at the minute.
"No." Sean goes, "Where is he?
Well,
That's
what I was thinking.
beautiful."
He's in Fiji.
And it looks really windy, and yet your hair's not moving or anything.
And then I said to Sean, Nat and I said to Sean, "No, that's Zoom." And then Sean said, "Did he do that or did we do that?" We said, "He did it."
What are you? Didn't know I was doing an interview with my dad this morning. What's going on here?
Wonderful behind you.
How big is the font on your phone? Get it out, check. Yeah, how crazy is the font size on parents' phone, by the way? Do you need people in space to read your messages? That is crazy.
Hey, you know what? No. I'm all for it. I need reading glasses, and I had to decide what's worse, having to reach for my glasses to read a text message or just to be at peace with the fact that the Boomer font is actually excellent.
You're
and I can't
using the
lie.
Boomer font.
I've leaned in. I've got it up to like disability mode on my
Up to blind
on my
people
iPhone.
level. Blind people can see
Just
it.
do what I do. If I don't have my glasses, I just screenshot it and then enlarge it so that I can
Oh, yes, that's a
Or
good
can I
idea.
throw something else in the mix?
quickly.
You always want to be trending, and like, what about? Let's bring back the monocle. It's not as hard to put your glasses on. You just pull it out of your pocket on a chain and whack it on your eye.
Yeah, they
and
were
you
really onto
monopoly it.
something.
Yeah.
But do you know what else I've done recently, which is life changing? I every now and then I cannot stop looking at other people's phone screens. So even if I don't know you,
Yeah.
and we're in a waiting room and you're on your phone, I will be looking at what you're looking at. I just if I'm on a flight. my eyes are darting everywhere. But what you can do now is you can get a screen thing that no one else can see your screen except
like window things.
It's like a tint, and you can't
okay.
see from an angle. Yeah. No, you know the dirty things those people are up to.
Well, I've got one. So what are you saying?
Draw your own conclusions.
Hey, Nate, what have you found that people have been into when you've just peered over their shoulders looking at their phone?
Oh, do you know what my favourite thing is?
Yeah.
This is happening a lot more because I fly a lot because of gigs.
Yep.
Nothing says dad more than flight tracking the flight that you're sitting on.
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
And I have seen it at least 3 times now. So I've seen a dad sitting there, flight tracking the flight he's sitting on.
Making the most of the free Wi-Fi.
Yes. How much information do you need?
That is insane.
I know.
Who was a celebrity that we had in here that time? And he said that someone had handed him their phone to look at something, and then they had...
Oh, yeah.
I remember, and it was a nude photo.
Guy Sebastian.
Guy Sebastian. So, like, someone handed me his phone, and then did Guy move one of the
Yeah, I
photos
think he
back
went
or
with
whatever,
one.
and it was this guy at full attention. So I'm surprised you haven't seen that on... Have you seen anyone look for dirty pictures on their phones?
Well, no. I mean, this is also why I got the screen protector because, you know, that's how I kill time in a doctor's waiting room is just sending the husband some deep. I had to edit myself then.
Well, you can't sit there and watch
It's just resting on a 1982 woman's day.
I mean, those are terrible. They're all hairy. Times have changed.
Now, Dave, getting back to the reason why you've got the palm tree up in the background, it looks like you're in Fiji. Windy conditions.
Yes.
Why have you put that cover up? Give us a rundown.
Now, listen, I know Perth had a very different experience to Melbourne in a little time we call COVID.
Yes,
and I hate to bring that up, but...
We're fine with it. We're out and about.
Yeah, because you were out having orgies and all sorts of stuff while we were...
Spitting each other's mouths. It was fun.
Well, we were seeing one person a year. I did so many Zoom gigs to pay the bills. So I was doing, like, comedy spots for accounting firms and all this kind of stuff.
Good
Oh,
times.
my God.
It was, can I tell you, the worst heckle I've ever had in my career.
Yeah.
During COVID once, I did an online Zoom comedy gig where everyone was watching from their own house.
Yeah.
And so on my screen, I could see like 20 people in a grid, like the Brady Bunch, watching, and a lady's cat fell asleep.
You got to do more cat-related gags. Nate. That's
It's not someone yelling out, "You're not funny" or "Get a job" or whatever. It was a cat falling asleep on someone's lap during a Zoom gig. I mean, that makes you question your life's choices, let me tell you that. But anywho, during those gigs, I noticed we rent in a house that's all grey and white, and all the walls are so boring and awful, and it looks like I am in a waiting room or I'm in hospital or something. So I had to give it some showbiz jazz. I went with Tropical Beach.
Hey, Boomer, have you worked out how you could turn that off so we can see
So we can appreciate the grey wall.
asylum?
Love, thank you for... Ready?
Yeah.
Oh, I see. I see what you're saying.
yeah.
Look, it does look like a waiting room.
It's very official.
It does look like a waiting
It
room.
looks like there's a row
waiting
of
room.
chairs behind you.
I've got this fake plant from Kmart.
Do you have a fake plant?
Yeah, well, they don't die.
I know,
Well,
but
you're
like...
travelling all the time.
Are we
Of course,
okay?
he's in Fiji now. I mean, he's never going to be able to water the bastard.
Have we moved into a zone where people are cool? Because remember, you weren't allowed to have them
Fake
before.
plants have gotten better than they used to be, for starters.
I can't tell the difference now. So why on earth would you get a real one? Because it's insane. It's like, so where's this going to die?
Yeah.
Getting a real
Ever think
plant
about
is
having
like...
children, or
I think medically and scientifically quite hard. The way we do it anyway. But listen,
Yes.
I feel like getting real plants is the same as buying salads or vegetables from the supermarket. You're going to throw them out eventually. You're never actually going to have them.
Yeah,
so
you're
just
right.
get fake ones.
Yeah, the amount of bags of carrots I've thrown out, because
That's true.
I always think I need carrots and I never use them. So then
buy one single carrot, Nathan.
But
Be that guy.
by the time I throw them out, you can like literally bend them around to make a circle.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
It's because they're so cheap. I'm with you. I'm always grabbing the $1.80 carrot bag. But the big one for me is spinach. I'm always like, you know what, guys?
Yeah.
You know what?
This week.
I'm actually going to eat spinach. It's really good for you.
Yeah.
I'm going to get the kilo packet of spinach.
A lot of spinach.
because this is going to look lovely in my bin in 5 days.
There's no question.
How many times have you pulled the spinach out? Because if you don't watch it for a while, that turns into sludge really
It really
quickly.
does.
Sweaty.
Really quickly. It's
Yeah.
like, wow.
A couple of carrots I pulled out yesterday were sweaty.
Were they?
Yeah.
They've been working
Anyway,
out.
we had them.
What have we been doing with them?
Wow. Guys, what time are we on? Is this live?
Yeah, it's live. Yeah.
Yeah, it's fine. People are used to it.
It's nothing like a bit of sweaty
20
carrot
years,
talk.
Dave. 20 years of this.
15 in the
That's all
morning.
right, mate.
Well, Nate, we're looking forward to the fact that you're coming to Perth.
Yeah.
Yes, I
It's been a
can't
while,
wait.
hasn't it? When were you last here?
I honestly haven't done comedy there in probably, 4 years?
What happened last time that put you off for 4 years?
Your show.
So wait, they're 2020 because that was
We've heard that. We've
pre-COVID.
heard that.
COVID
Yeah,
year?
it was just before.
Just
it was
before
just
COVID.
before.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got the last plane out. So
Should have stayed, to be honest.
to be honest, I think I
To
should
go,
have.
to go and sit in that grey room. Oh, thank God you got
Yeah,
home.
great move.
Been rejected by a
Yeah.
cat.
So it's been a while. I've quite a lot to say.
Yeah, well,
So, yes.
just so you know, comedy is over here. It's changed, so good luck.
Oh, in what way?
Don't
What?
tell him.
We got no
We
time.
gotta
The
go.
interview's over. Anyway.
Go and see Nate's show anyway. Back to me. He is great. I have seen him a number of times.
Until comedy changed. Now it's a
That's
bit
true.
weird.
There's only
People
a
won't
few.
get it.
So you're doing your solo show at Oasis Comedy Club on Friday night. There's only a few tickets left for that, and then you're
Yep.
headlining a couple of group
Yes.
gigs as well. So one at
Yes.
Seasonal Brewing Co in Maylands on Friday
Oh,
night.
that's my area.
And Oasis Comedy Club on Saturday night as well. So you're a busy man.
Come on down, BYO Carrots. We're going to have a lovely time.
BYO carrots.
Good on you, Nate.
the sweaty
Actually,
ones.
you can just someone take a bag of carrots, just hold them up
Yeah, that's
mid-performance.
right. That's right. Tickets from megatix.com.au. It's always a pleasure. Get back to Fiji now. Thanks, Nate.
Good on you,
Salvo.
Nate. Sun yourself,
Love you.
mate.
Cheers.
Bye.
This is the Nathan, Nat, and Sean podcast.
Yeah. Nathan, Nat, and Sean's June Jackpot.
All right, here we go. It's time, everybody.
Yes.
Woohoo,
This
June
is our
jackpot
first June jackpot contestant.
Welcome to the show, Phoebe.
How you going?
Hi,
buddy.
Phoebe. Wow, Phoebe. 20 seconds. It's going to go quick.
It is going to go quick.
But this is a good hourly rate because 20 seconds could win you $2,000 cash, Phoebes.
It's a pretty good hourly rate, I'd say.
I know, right? All right. We have 5 questions for you to answer. Now, you can pass at any time. If we've got time, we'll come back to it. But if you
Yep.
get one wrong, that's it. It's over, obviously, because you've got to get
Okay.
all 5 correct. No pressure.
No pressure.
You're feeling confident?
Oh, not really, but that's all right.
You can
That's
do
okay.
it, Phoebes. We're right behind you,
Yeah.
mate.
Sean, I think for the maiden voyage, because we've only got 20 seconds,
Yes.
we'll get the best reader to do it. Sean,
Thank
you're
you.
going to ask the questions.
5 questions.
Why
Well
are we
said, Nate.
handicapping Phoebe from the
Well
outset?
said. Well said.
All right, Phoebes.
Now, here's the deal, Phoebe. If you do not know one of the answers, okay, don't give us an incorrect answer. Pass, and then we can come back to it at the end if we have time. Because if you get any wrong, you're
It's
done
over.
skis.
Yes.
It jackpots tomorrow, all right?
Okay.
Gotcha.
Okay.
Does the time start after I've read the first
After
question?
you've read
After
the
you've
first
read the
question.
You guys give that the all clear.
Okay.
Phoebe, are you ready for $2,000?
Ready as I'll ever be.
If you mix the colours red and yellow together, what colour will you make?
Orange.
Correct. Name the pop star who's performing the Eras Tour.
Taylor Swift.
Correct. What is the response to the phrase, see you later, alligator?
Don't forget your toilet paper.
Incorrect. And name a university in WA.
What's incorrect? It's over.
Incorrect. Is
I
there another response to that?
See you later, alligator. In a while, crocodile.
Oh, no.
Nathan's just looking that up.
See you later, alligator. What'd you say?
Don't forget the toilet paper.
No, that was another line.
Forget
It's line 2.
the toilet paper.
I've always thought it was that.
Well, it's on the internet, but
No, it's in a different line, though. I believe it's in
It's
a
not
different
the
line.
it's not the response phrase to
Yeah,
it.
okay. Yeah, interesting.
Sorry, Phoebe.
Sorry,
No,
Phoebes.
that's okay.
Oh, you had a red hot crack.
You were
though.
going well.
Our producer
I
Amy's
did.
looking over at Amy. What are you thinking?
It's a line in the saying, but it's not the line.
It's not the
following
response
this one.
line. Yeah.
Responsorial psalm, you know?
Sean.
The Lord is my shepherd.
And also with you.
Thank
I don't
you,
know.
Natalie.
time. You know what that means, everybody? We got a jackpot.
Yeah, come
Wow.
We'll be playing for $3,000 tomorrow. So you just get on air with Ross.
That's
Today he'll give
retirement
you
money,
more
that is.
opportunities
It
to
is.
play.
Yeah, we're hitting retirement funds.
Could be calling you back tomorrow.
It's the Nathan, Nat, and Sean podcast.
We're joined by, wow, he's just like Perth royalty these
If
days.
street cred was made into a human,
Yeah.
he would
It's
wear
Dan.
a bucket hat and his name would be Dan from Street X.
Hello, Dan.
Jeez, what a great intro, eh? Can't really recover from that, can I?
Dan, great to have you in here. There's so much stuff about Street X we thought we were separated from. We didn't think we'd ever get in to have these conversations with you.
We thought you coming on
You're
here
too
would
cool.
ruin your street cred.
I know, probably will, guys. So that won't be the last time you see me.
Will, I know he's on commercial radio.
What a sellout.
What you've done with your brand is great. What you've done with your brand is what a lot of companies try to manufacture to do, and that is to make something that is inherently cool that people want to be part of because they think they're in on it. They think they're part of
Yes.
it. And no one, that's lightning in a bottle. And there's so much pride with the fact that it's here in Perth. And I just want to ask, because we've just seen you do Tony Galati, and we're going to get into that. And I've seen the Restore and many other places that are iconic in WA that you've done.
Yep.
Are businesses and people submitting applications to
They
you
must
to be a T-shirt?
Yep.
How is
Non-stop.
that?
How
How is
many?
that saying, no, you're not cool enough to
Oh,
do it?
please stop asking me. That's the.
I know.
How many are you getting a week? Like, say,
we get. We get so many. But again, it's like it'll be like mum and pop coffee shops and
Yes.
whatnot. And we've done so many over the years. So we've always sought them out, like for so long, like the Restore.
Yes.
Even Tony, I went to his buddy Market 7 years ago to get a photo with him, and he wouldn't even put the shirt on because he didn't like
Yeah.
T-shirts.
Oh,
Yeah,
hilarious.
yeah, right.
Singlet sleeves, mate.
But that's why we've done so many of those things over the years where it's like we can't just keep diluting it and keep doing
Yes.
that sort of stuff. Like that's not our not our business. Just making local produce T-shirts.
Yes.
It's more just it has to be right time, right person.
It has to be the
obviously
thing. It's a vibe.
mutually
Is
beneficial.
it the vibe?
For sure.
It's the
there has to be
vibe.
that. Has to
And
be
are
a
you
story
the
you can tell.
Yeah, yeah.
CEO of Vibe, like it's your
Of
decision.
course, mate.
ultimately.
Can't you tell?
Yeah. Is there a vibe target list? Do you have? Or do you keep that locked in your brain?
Well, we've done stuff with the AFL, so I reckon Shawnee might
Yeah.
get a little modelling call up soon. I reckon.
Oh, sure.
Well, we've had you with Sean Darcy. He came in. He was modelling some of your get-up. Jeremy McGovern.
Yep.
I played with his dad, Andrew. He's a mad fan of yours.
We love, it's like anything from like the models we choose. Like again, even with the AFL, when we first work with them, they were like the clubs have a set list of players. Apparently, you have to try and work with.
Yeah, right.
And that just didn't really work
Yeah.
for us because obviously we have a set relationship with certain players and certain people who portray our aesthetic. Like I know we did Cuz or Ben Cousins, obviously when he was a little bit worse off than he is now, and he's now doing amazingly well.
Yes.
So he's going to be insane, and then watching his rise since then has been so cool.
Yeah.
Dan, can I jump in with the Ben one? That
Yep.
seemed like when you had that shirt out there, it went off the chain.
I don't even know. It was just like we'd been planning that for a while, and then I had no idea the Brownlow thing was going to happen, and we'd shot it and delayed it and posted it, and then we're like, oh, let's do it now. And then the Brownlow stuff just happened to happen the same week.
So all of a sudden he's in the news and everywhere.
But
I mean, it's great
even on the
for you.
Ben Cousins thing, people line up for it's like when a sneaker drops.
Yeah,
That's what people
100%.
equate with your shirts. There's only a limited number of these special edition shirts, aren't there?
Yeah,
What are the
we
numbers
like
you do?
we like doing fun, different things. It just depends. It all like obviously Tony on the weekend we gave away a big part of that was. They came to us with an idea, and I was like, "Man, I went to your market 7 years ago, brother, trying to get something moving, and nothing happened." So it was sick that they came to us this time, and then when they did, I was like, "Cool, this is what I want to do. I want to spend $0 on marketing. If you can give us 15 grand, I'll put in 15 grand, and we'll give away 15 grand to teas.
Oh, wow.
And you give away 15 grand of groceries. So I
Oh,
was
that's
like,
awesome.
no one's doing that. And then we spent $400, made 3 videos with Tony, a bunch of photos. One of my mates just came and shot it. And
Yeah.
that was the whole style with everything.
Hey, what did you do that night?
Mate, so after Big Tone is a man about town. We finished the giveaway, and Tone said, "Do you want to come out?" And you don't say no to Tony. Went out for dinner, and then we had.
If Tony's Glade was saying to me, "Do you want to go out?" I'd go, "All right, no worries." And I'd expect to be in a field with potatoes. So where'd you go? What'd you do?
So we had a little bit of dinner, then we went out, mate. I can't kiss
So
and tell too
you
much.
went clubbing with Tony Galati.
Mate, he is one of the most famous people I've been out with. I couldn't walk anywhere without if I could stop for a photo.
Yeah, that would have been amazing. Dan, where did it all start? I don't know. What's your background? Did you do in the arts sector? Where were you?
No, I was just at school, and then I went to university, and then I grew up like every kid wanted to be a sports superstar. I was playing soccer. I wanted to play for Manchester United, and then I was fighting competitively and wanted to be in the UFC. Of course, unfortunately, neither of those things happened. But now I get to live vicariously through the brand, and we work with UFC athletes. We're in talks of working with a soccer superstar. We do stuff with the AFL.
But how did it start though?
I did a business degree, whatever, and then I thought I could start a business.
And then, so the business was, and you decided T-shirt. You decided.
I always wanted to have a brand growing up. But when I was at school, I was like, what am I going to call it? The DMB, my initials. And I was like, what's my sell point? I'm a kid from Perth. I'm not like a cool rapper who's got to come from the gutter type story. So I was like, I got no clue. Like, why would anyone want to buy from me? So long story short, started an idea and made it into a store, brought in 15 or 16 different brands from around the world and curated a list of stuff pretty much I wanted and I thought people would like.
Yeah.
A year and a half in, we'd done a few pop-up stores, and then they got to a point where I was like, we sort of need a store as opposed to just an online store. Because, again, it was 12 years ago, and I thought I was going to make an online store. Had no clue how the internet worked. Facebook was just come out. Instagram wasn't
you had a Hotmail address.
Yeah, literally. And I was like, this can't be that hard.
StreetX at Hotmail.
and then had a few pop-ups, and then I walked into a store that had closed down, and I was like, I need a permanent store. Landlord just gave me the lease, didn't sign it. Didn't even read it, sorry, just signed it. And I was like, in here for 5 years, should be all right. And thank God that went pretty well. I learned a bit more about leases after that. And then try to bend him over this time.
So, Dan, with that, though, then Nathan comes back to it, right? So you came up with your own StreetX brand, right? And then you decided to go, okay, the way this is going to work is by having it limited and people...
that's the thing is you can't do, like for us, not every single thing we make is limited. Obviously, there are a lot of things that come and go very fast. Yes, and a lot of things, like we've got a thing for the Euros, which is the Euro Soccer Championships coming up in Europe. I'm a big soccer fan, so we'll do something for that, and that will go very fast and very gone, and then that's pretty much done. A lot of the AFL stuff, same. We do 72-hour releases, obviously, for the grand final, and the winners, we did stuff for that, and that's in and out very quick. We can turn stuff around ourselves very quick.
So you just have it, like, is it basically mailing lists now, and where you send it out to your regular customers, and that sells it out like that?
We've always got, like, say, for example, for the AFL thing with the grand final, obviously, pies and lines, so we had... we had a set amount of teas for each. We normally hold 6,000 to 8,000 blanks in our warehouse. So if Cristiano Ronaldo comes to Perth and goes, hey, Streetx, I wanted a tea,
you shoot a blank.
That's what happened with Sam Kerr. Sam Kerr for the Women's World Cup. We had just been talking, it's time to do it. Did really well, and we had a set amount of blanks available. So we always hold stuff. We've obviously got our core range and our calendar, which is done 6 to 8 months in advance, and my team love attacking me because I always try and change it. Change it non-stop and bring in 14 new collabs and projects once we've already agreed on something. But we've always got, like, I've got our calendar up done now till pretty much December, January we're working and finishing on. But then we'll have spots, like something maybe for Halloween might happen. We're working with potentially an artist for the end of October. Obviously Black Friday's November, so we'll have some stuff in there.
Yeah.
We're already planned, obviously, for the footy for end of September for finals. We know that's part of the brand now. It's just picking and choosing. Like, everything has to align with what we want to be as a brand.
What is the first shirt that you created that you went, oh my God, we've got something here, because that's the thing that went viral? Do you remember what it was?
There's never so many businesses, especially in our space, that explode have relied on one singular product. We've never had that. We've always had a continuous steady growth. There's never been an extreme spike. It's always been just constant progress all the way through, which has been good. There's good and bad to that. But we've had a few shirts, like Cuz was insane. That was like 3,500 shirts. That was a big one.
If you'd sold the Tony Gallardi ones, they would have gone.
No, we sold some. They've done really well. Tony's obviously an icon. I couldn't mean anything.
Have you thought about getting the Gina Reinhardt portrait?
Well, WA's a hard one.
You don't have to do the artwork. That's already done.
WA's a hard one. There's not like that many cool faces that would obviously align with what we want. Obviously, Tony's one, Ben's one. It's trying to work out which ones. Like, obviously, if Heath Ledger hadn't passed, he would have been amazing.
You're taking it global. How do you go about doing that? And I imagine I'm just thinking about like NBA, they get around in some cool get-up. So if you're able to hit that kind of limelight.
Of course. That's like the one big thing, especially with the AFL program. Like the reason we got the AFL thing is pretty funny, like our business, is like we were just ripping their logos off for 5 years. And
usually that lands you in court. But.
Yeah, well, I got a couple of cease and desists, and I just pretend I didn't receive them, and that's
play on. You did at uni when you used to get a bill, and you go, I won't have a good weekend. I'm not going to worry about power.
Well, I just didn't respond, and then when I met with them, they're like, we know we'll just clear these cease and desist stuff and get them out of the way. So I was like, pretty well.
That's how cool. That's what you do with your product. People that want to go you legally, you meet them and they go, oh, no, it's all right.
But that's what the AFL, like if AFL in 10 years' time is like the NBA, we'll be getting somewhere. The NBA and NFL, they're so progressive, they're so far ahead. If only everyone could look there. AFL's got a lot better for sure. But all these organisations, it's like you guys need to be doing more. Like, I don't know why you don't want to touch more of the youth. These are going to be your members in 10 years.
Yeah, that's
why would you not want to activate more and do more with them? And your athletes. Like, the AFL athlete thing is insane. Like, especially for Australia, or WA especially, they're our celebrities.
Yeah.
They should all be using their platforms.
So the Harley Reid shirt coming soon?
Potentially. But like you look at like...
But it'll have to be on the back, the image. Like the West Australian.
Love you, Wayne James. Thank you so much for coming in this morning. Clearly,
what you've done is bloody good, and we only wish you the best. And Perth is rooting for you, mate.
For sure.
Streetx.com.au. Check it out. But it's too cool for you. Just saying. Thanks, Dad.
It's the Nathan, Nat and Sean podcast.
Sean has literally been shoveling his scrambled eggs into his... It's like
he's panicking, like someone's about to take it away from him.
He dropped a massive bit on... You missed your mouth and dropped a massive bit on the floor.
That's not unusual.
Yeah.
Anywho,
hey,
we digress.
I want to talk about... it just amazes us because it's a world that we can't be part of, but it's working from home. Oh, God, just imagine.
There's plenty of people in the building who do it, because there's some I haven't seen.
I haven't noticed.
In this office for weeks. Until now, because one of the big wigs from Sydney's here, and all of a sudden there's a lot of people.
We're so busy. Look at me.
So people that work from home, you can either work from home, or a lot of people will go to a cafe.
Yeah.
Right? So this woman, she thought she would ask the question, people who work from cafes, how many coffees are we having to justify our stay there?
She's talking about the spend. How much is she spending?
Yeah.
So
How many coffees do you need to buy to not be annoying to the people that are there?
To not just be, taking up a table and not bringing anything into the
you
cafe.
definitely have to buy something.
Yeah, of course you do.
So people said, someone that's worked in a lot of cafes, we generally don't understand why you don't just go to a library. But at least once an hour. Someone else says about one every 1.5 hours, depending on if you get food at one point. Someone else said about 45 minutes to an hour is a good rule of thumb.
But that's a lot of coffee if you're drinking coffee.
So if you have a coffee and then have breakfast, for example,
I think that
gets
buys
you through
for a few hours.
Yeah.
Does it buy you a few hours? Because if I think about this right, it's renting a space. There are work zones around Perth that you can rent, communal workspaces.
Yes.
That's not that. That's more than that. And you're literally using their Wi-Fi, you're using their power.
I think you have to read the room. If it's a busy cafe where there is a lot of turnover, if there's people waiting for a table, you shouldn't be hogging a table if you're not spending any money.
Yeah.
If you finished your food and your coffee and you look up and there's 6 people waiting for a table, get off the table.
Yeah.
But if you look around the room and there's heaps of tables available and you're not taking it away from anybody else that could be spending money, it's not so bad. You're making the place look busy.
You are. Yep.
This one of the comments was, I'm a barista and we generally do not care as long as you buy one. And now that's coming from someone that works at the business. I guess that doesn't come from the person that's owning the business. But so I understand. It's every cafe you go in there and see it.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, that's the beauty of having a laptop computer.
I wonder what someone has to do to take the piss.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Because there would have to be a scenario. There would have to be a cafe where the staff are going, the bloody guys here, Ken. And they're taking multiple meetings.
And they're plugging their charger
things in.
Yeah.
There are some people that push the friendship.
Yeah. And also, don't do Zoom meetings in a cafe because that's rude. You're talking loudly. Nobody else wants to hear your business. Don't do that. Don't do that.
Yeah. We want to talk about working from home from a cafe. All right.
Yep.
And if you work in a cafe or own a cafe, we would love to hear your take on
Yep.
this as well.
Yep. Yep.
Have you, is there a customer that comes so regularly and they only spend $4 every time for a whole day's worth of office space? Andrew's in Kelmscott. Hello.
Oh, g'day, guys. How are you?
Hey, good, Andrew. What's your take on it?
Yeah, my take. I go to Dome, a local Kelmscott Dome, so I'm sitting in a booth, and we had this guy for about 2-3 weeks, and he's on speaker, linked up to America and Europe, and he was sitting there for 2.5 hours, absolutely taking the piss to the max.
Yeah.
And I'm like, dude, after the second week, I said, look, can you keep it down? And hence, I was 6'5" standing up. He doesn't go back anymore, but you go to Dome to have a quiet breakfast, read the paper, chill music.
Yep.
And this guy's on speaker doing video link-up business for 2.5. I said, mate, you're taking the piss, dude.
He wanted everybody to know how important he
Yeah,
was.
important business meetings.
Yeah, look, I'm
there.
talking to Europe.
Yeah, no, I hope I attract a woman. Is what that was all about.
I'm glad you did that, Andrew.
Dome just trying to have an early breakfast and chill.
Yeah.
And you're on speaker.
I know.
That's my mum's
That's so
favourite
cool.
place.
It's to the max.
Yeah, good on you, mate. You got rid of him
Andrew.
in a nutshell.
Kim, hello.
Hi there.
Hey, Kim.
All right, Kim, what's your take on it?
So I used to work in a cafe, and this guy came in, and he was wanting just a pot of tea, nice and simple. He then asked for the Wi-Fi code, which we didn't give him because it mucked up our Wi-Fi in the shop.
Yes.
He then asked for a PowerPoint. He was like, I need this, I need to call. So he then gave him the PowerPoint. He linked up to a Zoom call in America. Sat with his pot of tea for 4 hours.
What? How much is a pot of tea, Kim? How much is a pot of tea?
At the time, it was $4.50.
Yes.
He then complained loudly that the music was too loud.
No.
It was so bad. The customers were annoying him. There was too much children. He then went crazy because we refused to refill his pot of tea with hot water. To re-brew his tea leaves.
Yes.
And I said to him, no, he's not bought anything.
Yes.
He then left us a 1-star review on Google.
Oh, that is rude.
Kim.
Yeah, to say that we were so horrible to him. Our tea was from a floor. It was literally T2 tea bags, and they were really good. And he was like, it was disgusting. The service I received was disgusting. They didn't have Wi-Fi. Are they in the Stone Age? Like, it was so bad.
I cannot believe it. So this guy basically, he was acting like you and the cafe moved into his office.
Yes.
Yeah, and you were his personal
we were
helpers.
literally inconveniencing him, yeah. It was so bad. And he came in, really, really charming to start with. He was like, oh, girls, how are you? And, really, really nice. And we were like, oh, he's really cool. And then, within 10 minutes, we were like, oh, maybe we don't want him in the cafe.
Can I say this is where Google reviews are really dangerous.
That's right.
Because someone like that, and people are so ready to hate on the internet, someone like that with their effed up perspective of what happened because he's acting like he was wronged, do that. They drag your business down. Other people then see it and pile on.
Yeah.
It's
outrageous that you've got no right of reply.
And listen to what he did.
Yeah, exactly. I know, rude. Thanks, Kim. Belinda's in Wembley. Hello.
Hi, how are you?
Oh, good, Belinda.
Belinda,
Getting fired up.
Yeah, what's your take on working from cafes?
Well, I'm guilty, and I probably owe my last cafe rent. But then they closed down, and I moved to this local new guy down the road, and I started working there. It was during COVID every day.
I wonder how long does it take for you to close him down too?
Well. We ended up dating and hanging out. And then I fell pregnant, and we now have a little child together.
Up with the cafe owner, and so now you're allowed to stay there as long as you like.
Oh my God,
Melinda, so when you turned up on a daily thing, what were you intending to do? How much work?
She was working.
No, how much work? So how long did it take for you to catch each other's eyes?
Well, I feel like for me, he will tell it from his perspective. He's like, that's why you were there every day. But I was like, no, my cafe down the road closed down, so I needed to find a new workspace.
Yes. He thought you were you're coming on to me. Look at you here every day. It's like I don't know where else to go.
So I would get there at 7, showing up for work, get my coffee, and then I'd be buying lunch and having all my meetings in there.
Oh, really? You're there for a long time.
Okay, so how long did it take from you frequenting that place and doing work from there to the time where you realised that you two were going to be doing something?
Probably. So I first met him, and then I was back in Canberra for work, and then there was a lockdown from September when I got back until December. We got together at the Christmas, so 3 months.
Can I just say the amount of people now that are single going, I've never even thought about this.
Exactly. Hit up my barista.
You just got to look for the hot baristas and settle in and get the clients in there and do your meetings. And
I mean, like a cafe owner, you're going to get coffee for the rest of your life.
Hey, Bella, does he still own the cafe?
He is just about to do a pop-up. He ended up selling the cafe. That's another long story. But he's just about to get to launch his pop-up, which will be a van. So stay tuned.
Oh, okay. Let us know what's going on. No one who's part of this love van.
Keep us posted. You want to go and rub it to luck or something?
Nathan, Nat, and Sean podcast. Last quarter.
Be there to cheer on the home team from the Bankwest Best Seats in the House.
So up for grabs, 2 premium Bankwest best seats to see the Eagles take on North Melbourne this Saturday. Classic 2:35 bounce down on a Saturday, Arvo.
Oh, yeah. See you there.
We know how this works. 5 people, 4 quarters, 1 question per quarter. At the end, we are looking for 1 winner.
Do the maths on that. Danica's first up. Hi, Dan.
Hi, how you going?
Hey, Danica, do you know how to win the last quarter?
You win the last quarter.
Yeah, you do.
Nailed it. You're going up against Rachel in the first quarter. Rachel, hello.
Hi.
Rachel, do you know how to win the last quarter?
You win the last quarter.
Yeah,
well,
it's true.
Everyone knows the goal.
Put that on a street
Everyone knows the goal.
Okay, we're going to ask you the first quarter question. If you know the answer, buzz in with your name. You get it right, you're through to the second quarter. Get it wrong, we bid you farewell. Let's test your buzzers. Danica?
Danica,
sorry.
Oh, Danica.
Sorry.
Wow.
Apologise.
I love the way you correct us then.
We have
Danica.
a Danica here at work, hence the confusion. Okay, Danica and Rachel, test yours.
Rachel.
Okay.
Working well.
All right, Rachel. Oh, no, this is you all over.
All right, done. Here is your question for the first quarter. In Western Australia, what name do we call Fritz or Devon?
Rachel.
Danica.
Just.
That'd be Poloni.
That would be
Danica is through, everybody. Bye, Rach. Thanks for playing. In the second quarter, Danica, you're up against Isabella from Shenton Park. Morning, Isabella.
Good morning.
Isabella, do you know how to win the last quarter?
You win the last quarter?
Yeah.
The branding's going really well.
So smart.
Isabella, would you like to test your buzzer?
I might go for Izzy, if that's right.
Izzy? No, that is
easier.
It's your buzzer.
She's thought about this too.
Yes, it's easier. Okay, nice. All right, second quarter question.
Oh, here we go. Which Collingwood champion is also known as Pendles?
Danica.
I've got Pendleton, but I'm not sure the first name.
Danica, you are incorrect, I'm afraid. The name is Pendlebury. Scott Pendlebury.
Pendlebury.
I know.
He's going to play 400 games.
Yes.
Yeah. Scott Pendlebury.
Still don't know his name.
Yeah.
Bye, Danica. Thanks for playing. Isabella, you're up against Rachel from Oakford in the third quarter. Hello, Rachel.
Hello.
Hey, Rachel, do you know how to win the last quarter?
I want to win that last quarter.
Oh, that's what you need to do.
Test your buzzer, Rachel.
Rachel.
All right, Izzy v. Rachel in the third quarter. How many legs in total do 8 chickens have?
Rachel.
Rachel.
16.
Yeah! It's through.
Knows her chickens.
That was a tough one.
Oh, tough.
Oh, you don't know if one drumstick's been taken already. Sure.
All right. We welcome to the last quarter. Sarah from Floreat. Good morning, Sarah.
Hey, guys.
Hey, Sarah.
All right,
do you know how to win the last quarter, Sarah?
You win the last quarter.
Hey, Sarah, where are we? We're in the last quarter.
What are we playing for, everybody?
We're playing for 2 premium Bankwest best seats to see the West Coast Eagles versus North Melbourne this Saturday. Premium seating, food and drinks included. Sarah, test your buzzer.
Sarah.
Working well.
It all comes down to this. Welcome to the final quarter.
Or the last quarter even.
Yeah.
Here is the question. How many points is a behind worth in AFL?
Rachel.
Rachel.
1 point.
She won the last quarter. Rachel, you won 2 premium Bankwest best seats to see the West Coast Eagles versus North Melbourne this Saturday. Creamer's eating food and drinks included. Saturday Arvo footy's back.
Oh, that was tough. Sarah will
I
be
know.
spewing.
It was close.
Oh,
It was
she
so
didn't win the
close.
last quarter.
I know.
So that's how you have to win the last quarter.
You do
That's
know.
right.
You do.
Well played, everybody. Are we doing it again tomorrow?
Let's go again.
all week.
Great match. Great match.
This is the Nathan, Nat, and Sean podcast.
Hello, Ross.
Hello, how are we?
Ross.
Hey, Roscoe.
Hello, hello.
Hi.
Hey, Ross, you're up early this morning. We were all checking that out. We had questions. What were you doing?
4 a.m. It's about 4:10. Archie, the 1-year-old, wakes up. So the day started, and then I thought I'd take him
Do
for
you
a...
not do what our parents did to us and through gritted teeth go back to bed?
Well, he doesn't understand. He just like... anyway, so I went for a walk to McDonald's, the only place that does 24-hour coffee.
Did you ever go to the park at that time with him?
Well, I go past it it's a bit dodgy.
I know, because you can't go pushing a kid on a swing at
In
that
the
time in the
dark.
morning in the
No.
dark. That to me is just, that's a murderer.
Yeah.
And you're showing your kid how to murder people.
Yeah, that's it. I try not to do that, which is good.
Yeah.
Nathan, Nat, and Sean is a Nova podcast. For more great comedy shows like this, head to novapodcasts.com.au. Nova.